Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So we're up and running. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me with the way he's gone about his game. He's physically dominant, he's very intelligent in his reading of the game and his positioning, and he's also now very confident in his possession and what he can deliver up the pitch.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Pavard picks it up out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Hernandez. And it's Fofana. For Ribéry. Now it's Van Basten. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Good take, and Thuram!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Played into space. Out of play for a goal kick. Zanetti. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
De Bruyne is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shot could be on, and Ribéry! Ribéry. Inter Milan, still without a single shot on target. Tomori spots it and intercepts. Pavard. Now it's Ribéry, and it's Modric. Fofana, and here's Thuram. That has been cut short. Not the most convincing of passes. Fofana, Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here. He is through here. That's the throw. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And he's well positioned here. And that pass isn't the best. Modric.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Thuram. Modric, distributed tidily. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Ribéry cross. Oh, smashing header! And he thumps it clear. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Van Basten. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Lukaku. That's a nicely shaped ball. Lukaku finds himself offside.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Can he get it through? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Van Basten. And he's lost his man here. Ambitious ball here. Oh, this is a Lukaku! Goal! Inter! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now it's Van Basten. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Ribery. And Mosso wins the duel this time. Bastoni. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And this is Van Basten. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Ribery. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Tries to pass it through. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Inter Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Inter really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Bruyne. Ribery. Now it's Van Basten. He's found a way through. Foot in. Now that looks a decent ball. Hernandez does well to get it back. Can he get on the end of this? Çalhanoğlu, Fofana. Nicely weighted ball. Ribery gets into a good position. And he's taking no chances there. Quality ball. Now it's Lukaku. Now it's De Bruyne. And he cuts out the supply. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Lukaku. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. Knocks it out wide. Ribery has it out wide and in space. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. No, he's not getting his way this time. Not the most accurate pass. That is good alertness. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he has shown him a yellow card. And here's Ribery. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Mkhitaryan. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Lukaku. Played out towards the right wing. It's come to nothing. And it's Ribery. That's gone for a throw-in. De Bruyne threads one in. Oh, that was vital. Mignon getting this one clear. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. Zanetti trying to keep this in. Crunching tackle. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Ribery. Mkhitaryan. And that pass just didn't quite work. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Modric. Ribery receives it in a good position. Goes for a shot! There's a goal! Do not write them off! Back they come! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Modric. It's Modric! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Tries to play it through. Played back in. Good read, needed to be.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Thuram. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. No, that's been intercepted. Milan finding their passes. Over to the left.
Pretty robust defending.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
That was travelling.
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
1 minute to add, according to the board. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes. "90 minutes gone and nothing between them still." Inter Milan pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences... Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Hernandez. Bastoni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he shoots! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Julian Alvarez, Peter, is a player who I think is very intelligent with his movement. Often he plays in the number 10 position. He just drops that little bit deeper to suck defenders out of position. And once he's done that, then he's capable of creative force in getting other people in behind. So there's an unselfishness to his game. And when he gets in front of goal, he can be deadly too.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. That has not gone well. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Showing good feet. Tries a shot! It's a loose ball. Can he stop it going out? Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks.
He's had a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping! And that should get the job done. Busquets. Raul. Now it's Alvarez. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Now it's Mbappe. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Rashford. He's picked his way through. And it's Rashford. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Rashford tries to play it through, and he's Alvarez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Chance! Raul. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Barcelona finding their passes. Now this could be a chance. Alvarez is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Rashford has it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Alvarez receives it in a good position here. He's found a way through. Shot could be on. Valverde. Raul. The ball has bounced loose now. That is good alertness. For Valverde. Rashford has it out wide and in space. Busquets. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Alvarez. And it's Azar. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception. Rudiger gets it away. He's looking wide. Rashford. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Rashford. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, that's neat. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. He gets big! He's missed, but not by that far.
Xabi Alonso is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
It'll be a throw-in. Now it's Mbappe. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Rashford. Oh, that's fabulous. Here it is, crossed in. It's their second corner of the game. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Alvarez. Valde promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Mbappe. Kubasi. Busquets.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tchouaméni has been caught there, it's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And here's Hazard. Oh, that's superb. Shapes to shoot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, shooting chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Mbappe. Madrid have a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Tchouaméni stood up well to him there. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Denied by an instinctive save.
Alexander-Arnold clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Only partially clear. That's a throw.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Not the most accurate pass. Hazard. And here's Alvarez.
Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's on it, can he get away? Alvarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rashford. Muscular approach does pay off here. That defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's there to retrieve it. And he shoots! Dispatched clinically. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Alvarez has got himself a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mbappe, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Pete.
Just the keeper to beat! And the finish! Oh, it's come off the upright. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, that is one way to stop him. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Alvarez. Busquets. That is a great pick out. He is through here. That is great defending, so alert.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Rashford picks it up out wide. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Alexander-Arnold is eyeing up his options in the middle. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Danger averted for now. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Camavinga is onto the terrific header. He has done it. And this is getting better and better. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Alvarez. Busquets, and he's worked it through. Busquets with a definite foul there. And he's going to have his name taken. Played back in. Pau Kubasi calmly anticipates. And here's Alvarez. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Camavinga is the guilty party there. Camavinga did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Mbappe, that's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague.